Welcome, Taurus. Welcome to In Spiritual Trail. So we are here to do our mid-year or the month of June's reading for you guys. It's the collective of Taurus reading. Just going to see what comes out, what Spirit wants to bring, what the universe wants to bring. It's for Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Rising. It's a general reading, but we're going to go ahead and get into this. I've been doing this all day, so after this, it's time for break. I'm going to go down to the pool and hot tub a little bit, but we're going to get a good reading for you guys. It has been all over the place. We've had some challenging readings for some of the signs. We've had some really good news readings for some of the signs. So I don't know what the universe or spirit is going to connect to, but it's a message that needs to be heard, and we're going to go ahead and get into it. Okay, I do know there's a theme of prosperity coming into it, so it looks like a lot of people are opening up to their prosperity. It's been a very challenging year, a couple years, and people are starting to wake up and starting to manifest more. So that's good news, right? So let's go ahead. I don't know why are we talking? Opposition is on the bottom. We don't want any of that, right? Well, we're always going to have opposition, but it's how we handle it. So let's go ahead and get into the message. I'm going to pull 3 themes, which is this Tao Oracle. We're going to go ahead and see what's coming up for Taurus, all right? Again, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So Spirit, what are the messages that you want to bring forth to Taurus for the month of June 2022? We do thank you for your guidance, your wisdom, your support, okay? So please let's bring out the messages that Taurus wants to hear or needs to hear at this time. So let's get into it. All right. For Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Rising, June 2022. All right, first one out. Let me get this card there. We have the Well, seeking truth, wisdom, insight, intuitive knowing, return to the source, getting to the bottom of things. So I feel like you guys are really kind of diving deep like that well and trying to figure out what the truth is, getting clarity, getting to the bottom of things. And just, I'm feeling that some of you out there, Taurus, are having this really intuition of just knowing something but not sure why. So you're like really diving deep to figure out what this is, or maybe even like investigating some things, or sitting back and observing to see if it will be revealed. All right, and then we have small is beautiful. Find the extraordinary in the ordinary. Keep it simple, use discretion, slow down, tend to details, and pay attention. Yeah, and I feel like there was a reading with you guys before about like finding the beauty in the small things, not so focused on the glitz and glamour. So I feel like you are kind of in this humble mood, kind of like appreciating all that's around you, but there's just some kind of knowing here that there's something deeper that needs to be clarified. And then we have contemplation, gaining overview, detached observation, increased understanding, solitude, integration through reflection, integration through reflection. So again, with this contemplating, observing, gaining overview. So there's something that you are really, and I feel like it's like some kind of transformation here with this butterfly coming through. Yeah, there's some kind of really trying to figure out something deep, knowing that there's more to life or a situation that is to be uncovered here. So let's go ahead and get our clarifiers with the Well. So the Well, again, is seeking truth and wisdom and getting to the bottom of things. So let's see what comes up with this. Getting to the bottom of things. It's almost like detective mode here. That's what I feel like. It's like you're being kind of like a detective. There's more to a situation, and you're trying to find out what it is. And it's interesting that she's swimming because it is just about summer. Free spirit. Love that. Yeah. So I feel like there's something that deep down, that there's something that's kind of hidden, not well known, that is going to kind of give you this like peace, personal freedom of like being who you are, being your authentic self. But there's something that's not known. I almost feel like there's some kind of restriction that someone's putting on you. but there's like a deeper reason for it. I don't even know if that makes sense. I hope it does for you guys. So ask for help is the small is beautiful. Very interesting with small is beautiful, seeing the beauty in small things. So what I think about that is there's somebody around you that you're not even noticing that will be able to help you solve this situation. Small is beautiful. It could even be like a child, basically. Someone that you wouldn't even expect would have like this deep message for you. And sometimes kids can be very wise. You know, they are more connected to the spirit world than we are. A lot of them have not lost that yet. So yeah, so it's going to bring some magic to you too. Here's the underlying. So there's some younger person that you wouldn't even expect that has some kind of really knowledge that's going to kind of be channeling through the spirit world, or a passed down loved one that has some kind of deep answer for you that's going to give this personal freedom. So pay attention to anything like kids, people you wouldn't expect it. It could even be like an elder that might have even dementia that you wouldn't even expect it. And out of the blue, they're going to say something, because older people are similar to children. So I think you're going to receive a message, but it's like from an unlikely source that you wouldn't expect. And it's going to be like magic. With this contemplation, gratitude. So that kind of matches up with the small is beautiful. Putting gratitude into every day. Okay, so when you're contemplating, you're gaining overview, detached observation, you know, be very grateful for the things you have in your life, even the small things. Even the small things. Practice gratitude every day, because the universe and spirit love people that are grateful. Okay, there's a lot of gifts around us that we overlook all the time. So there's some kind of help coming in from a least likely source, like a young child, or even an elderly that might have some mental cognitive issues, and it's like buried deep within, but you're going to find it out. I don't know what this is about. It seems kind of pretty intense and deep, but whatever it is, it's going to give you some kind of personal freedom here and allow you to be more your authentic self. I feel like there was some restrictions, like from you growing up or your childhood, like you were supposed to act a certain way, or you were told a certain thing. Jeez, this could even be like somebody was adopted and wasn't aware of it. Wow. Okay. Or like you have a different parent than you thought, like your sister or something. Isn't that weird? That's coming through. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and see what's on the bottom of this deck. Magic. Oh yeah, I already did that one. What about this one? Ooh, resoluteness. Yeah. Determination, no compromises, unwavering focus, inner resolve, integrity, a text of character, self-examination. I almost feel like, yeah, like there was somebody that is like like an adopted child, or they were passed on to be like, this is your mother, but actually like your sister's your mother. It's so interesting. That's unusual. Okay, yeah, that's only for very few, but yeah, something like that. All right, let's go ahead and get into this free spirit and the well. Yeah, like there's something hidden down in that well. It's been kept secret for so long. It's like a family secret, and it's going to release a lot of wisdom and create this like freedom kind of. This could have come from some kind of a medical thing where, you know, like where you have to donate blood or a kidney and you didn't really know it, and then you're going to kind of find out. It's very interesting. I've never had a reading like that, but there's some reason it's coming out. But we're going to go ahead and get this well and this free spirit. And I feel like some of you feel like you never really fit in, and that's kind of what it is. So we have the Queen of Swords. Talk about truth and uncovering masks, right? Digging at the bottom of that well and getting the answers. Yeah. The moon, hidden things again. Yes. See, this is really a deep, like, secret. And you're really trying to uncover it, or you have this like gnawing feeling about it. I'm always thinking of those dowel rods where you're like following along. But there's some kind of hidden deep secret that you're either looking for an answer, you just have a feeling about, or it's going to be revealed. But it's been like a really long-term, deep family secret here. All right, so let's get one more card. Toxic energy. So whatever this is, I don't know if it was like intentional toxic energy. It might have just been some kind of like embarrassment. Maybe like somebody got pregnant too young or something like that. But there's some kind of negative energy around it, or it was like forbidden energy or something like that. So it was buried. Wow, this is not going to resonate for a lot of people, but this, there's a lot of people, everybody has family secrets, so it's nothing to be ashamed of. It's just something that's, you've kind of known. You've either felt off about, you feel like you didn't fit in, but you've known there's something there. What an interesting reading. See, I told you, you never know what's going to come out. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get this small is beautiful and ask for help. So you know what I'm thinking, like with this small is beautiful and ask for help. And I was saying about the small child or the older person. So I think you could get information from them, like the least likely place. But it also could be, remember I was telling you about the medical thing, that somehow like some DNA test is, or some medical procedure is going to come out and it's going to be revealed like through the DNA almost. Or it could be like the kid just blurting out something and it kind of gives you like this epiphany. Or somebody starts acting awkward about it and then you kind of figure it out. Or who knows, they might even say they see somebody they're talking to like a spirit and you research it and find out. It's some kind of unusual thing like that. Hierophant, yes. See, this is tapping into that who you really are, your higher self, spirits, guides. This is your they listen to your intuition of your higher self, getting those messages. So I feel like that's what you're really feeling, like that down to your core, that something is off. It always has been. You've known it since a kid. And some of you might even remember, talking about the small child, you might have a flashback of a memory of something from when you were a child, like through a dream or something like that. And then it gives you that like, oh yeah, and then you do some research and find out about it. This almost sounds like a documentary or something. Let's see what else is coming on. Leave the most unusual or unique to the last one of Taurus. Let's see, Taurus. That might be why you're like all of a sudden being different than you normally are. You've always been grounded, but it's now like almost like this different exploration kind of Taurus. Yeah, look. Whatever this situation is, it is going to, I kind of feel like it's almost like one of those toxic family secrets that's always been kind of like the elephant in the room, but it's going to dissipate. Once something finally opens up, it might cause some chaos and some friction and people like not talking to each other or some shame, but it is going to clear up some kind of turmoil once it's revealed. Always things like that always keep things in kind of a chaotic mode, right? There's always an elephant in the room, but it's going to be like lighten things up. I do feel that. Like I said, there might be some people that like don't want to be participating and like kind of turn their back, but there is going to be some kind of energy here, and I found this very interesting. I don't understand this reading, but it's what it's coming out. Yeah, look at that, 5 of Cups. Yeah, it's some kind of disappointment. I almost feel like this kind of shame energy. Like somebody was shamed. They were human. I don't think they did anything intentional. It could be that way, but I really feel like it was something like, a young pregnancy or hooking up with somebody that the family thought wasn't kosher, or I don't know. There's some kind of energy with that. Or like from an affair, somebody had a baby, or I don't know, Taurus. And I'm not judging at all. I really am not. Everybody has dark secrets, family secrets. It doesn't make things any different, right? It's the type of person you are. It's basically bottom line, right? All right. So now we're going to get some cards on this contemplation and gratitude. And this doesn't have to be you particularly. It could be like your parents or your grandparents, but something in that family tree. So this well that you're diving deep into, you might have done a DNA test, or you could be looking on like ancestors.com and you're starting to see some inconsistencies or something, and just having that inner knowing, whatever it is, this is a place of loving yourself, who you are, your flaws, all the family secrets, all that. It doesn't matter, we're all human. We all make mistakes. As long as we right our mistakes and live as a good person and live in integrity, that's what matters, right? So appreciating it. Don't knock it. Don't be ashamed of it. Don't try to belittle somebody for it. It just, really think about it. I mean, we all have our own unique path and are special in our own way, right? It makes us who we are. So having all the tools you need to manifest. So I think this also, with this coming out, this Magician, this is going to clear up a lot of things that have been like swept under the rug, hidden, not understood. And what that does is it opens you up to expand, to be able to raise your vibration, to live a more authentic life, accepting who everyone is in your family, accepting that people are human, they make mistakes. It's not about that. It's more about what kind of person you live as and what kind of person you are. And it's going to open up and make you realize, like, even different tools. Like sometimes if we have a biological connection to a certain thing, it might open up like medical issues or something like that, where it's going to clear up this energy where you're going to be more in the flow of manifesting what you want to manifest, right? As well as this gratitude and coming from a place of unconditional love. It's going to really make you contemplate a lot of things here. This is like some kind of betrayal. So this is, like I said, that whatever this thing you're digging up, it could have been a lot of heartbreak. And maybe that's why it was like shame. Back in the day, a long time ago, things are more, even though people are more opinionated and judgmental now, there was a different aspect to it. Like, unwed mothers were like ashamed. Biracial relationships, no, so all that kind of stuff, or somebody that was gay, or homosexual, those were all taboos back then. And I mean, even if you go back farther, even different religions cooking together was a no. So we have evolved a lot that way, but in other ways we've stepped back. But this, whatever it was something at that time. Why now we might not think nothing of it, but at that time it was bad. So don't be judgmental about people that might have tried to hide it. It was more of like a dignity thing, because they could have been ostracized for the situation. That's why a lot of times when a girl, when she was young, got pregnant, they shipped her off somewhere, or the mother would her mother would take over the baby and pretend it was hers. There was a lot of different situations back then, And we didn't have that social media where everything was out and open. It wasn't like that then, or filters where we could pretend we were somebody we weren't. It was real life, it was down and dirty and real. So, this is saying, come from that place of unconditional love. It's made you and your family who they are. And everyone's unique. Everyone makes mistakes. And that's how it is, okay? So let's see what's on the bottom here. Yeah, 9 of Swords. No sense of fret and worry, but I really feel like this was somebody back then, that this is how they lived. So if you're like this and you're living in a small community with narrow-minded people and very judgmental, it's very hard to move forward. So a lot of things got swept under the rug, okay? Anyway, this was a very interesting reading. I don't know if this helps or clears anything up, but the bottom line is, we are who we are. We're human. Things happen. We all have skeletons in our closet. That does not mean that we are a bad person or we don't deserve abundance. And it's kind of accepting that, and not passing judgment onto people. So if you're feeling like any bitterness towards your family or a past ancestor or something like that, it's time. What I really get from this message is it's time to let it go, because we all make mistakes. We weren't in that time or situation, and it still makes you who you are. It makes you a unique person, and it is what it is. We got to be more accepting and understanding of people, because they are human, right? And we have to look at it like not how we're living or our situation or our time we're living in, but that was a different time, okay? So let's go ahead and close this message. That was a very unusual monthly reading, but I think for some reason there's some kind of clarity or peace of mind or resolution to something here. Opportunities. An important offer will be made. Be prepared and dressed to impress. So I don't know what that's about. You have an important offer coming in. And then we have planning. Now's the time to lay down the foundations for your future. Financial gains are more than lucky. likely. So I really feel like maybe clearing something up, like a skeleton in some of your family history, is going to make you more free. Did you have free? Yeah. More like a free spirit. Like, okay, this is what I am. And, I accept it now, And in that turn, it gives you more opportunities, So that was a very interesting one. I feel like I was digging in somebody's family tree. But, that's what it is. So never be ashamed of who you are or where you come from, The only thing that we should watch out for is how we are acting now, how we are presenting ourselves, how we are treating people, how we are judging people. That's what we go by, not that other stuff. So that is your message, Taurus. Very interesting. Have a beautiful June. Take care. Bye.